Yo, what's going on, you guys? This is your boy RBG, aka the Random Black Gamer, bringing you a special video coverage on Marvel Spider-Man 2. If you guys have been living under a rug or Patrick Starr's house, I actually had the pleasure of actually going out to play Marvel Spider-Man 2 for myself, so I want to give a big thank you to PlayStation and Insomniac Games for allowing your boy to experience this epicness for myself and give you guys my breakdown on it. Now, I just want to go ahead and forewarn you guys that I'm going to be doing this in segments because there is a lot to digest. Obviously, some of the bigger things like the gameplay, the story, and all the other elements, they take a lot of time to cover. So I want to talk about something pertaining to traversal, and that is the web swinging. That is something that I know a lot of people are wondering how much they have actually given to this element, because obviously it's a pre-established thing. It's something that I feel like Insomniac Games put the most work into when they came out with Marvel Spider-Man 1, and it continues to evolve over other properties like Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, and now we have Marvel Spider-Man 2, which continues to up the ante. So that is definitely something that I want to talk to you guys. But first, if you can, do me the biggest favor and like or dislike this video. Yeah, I know it's annoying getting that request at the beginning of the video, but YouTube's algorithm sort of encourages it. So if you rock with your boy and you know I'm gonna bring you that awesome content, then smash that like button. And if you feel like you've wasted 8 minutes of your time and feel like you'll never get that thing back, then by all means hit this video with a dislike. You're a rebel, you do what you want. But yeah, guys, about that web swinging in Marvel Spider-Man 2, this is one of those aspects of the games that I was the most concerned about, because I didn't know where Insomniac was going to take this or if they can improve upon it, because Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales did an exceptional job of taking that foundation that Peter Parker laid out and expanding on it and making it feel natural to Miles' character. Obviously, they incorporated a lot of new moves that made Miles his own unique thing. And they also added the option of taking these poses and these different gestures as Miles free falls from the sky. So I wasn't quite sure what they could do other than increase the speed, which I'm also going to talk about later on in this video. But anyways, I think another thing that this game has going against it is Marvel Spider-Man PC Edition. And the reason why I say this is whenever you introduce a ported version of a game to the PC, it gives the modders free real estate to do things that the developers probably didn't have a lot of time to do. There have been these talented individuals who have taken it upon themselves to add things that weren't really implemented into the original version of the game, such as costumes, and they've managed to go in and spruce up the web swinging mechanics. That's something that I have really been enjoying watching, just seeing how they can incorporate these different animations and flip tricks, some of which have been lifted from Miles Morales the game, but somehow they managed to make them fit well within Peter Parker's style. And that has me a bit concerned, because if the modders are just going all out and making these things unique, from the different camera angles to the web swinging speeds, it kind of makes you wonder what Insomniac is going to do to top that, because we now have 2 Spider-Man games ported over, the first Marvel Spider-Man game and Miles Morales, and the modding community is going strong on those things. So what exactly is Insomniac going to do to make these things a lot better than what we played on the previous installments? Well, for one, they did increase the web swinging speeds. I am happy to announce that this thing moves at a rapid speed. They have made it a priority to take advantage of the SSD hardware, because that's something that was sorely lacking in the previous installments since they were on dated hardware. Even though the first Marvel Spider-Man game moved at a pretty good pace in terms of web swinging, there were a lot of fans, including myself, that wish we could have got a little bit more oomph when it comes to the speed. But there are things to take into consideration when it comes to that. When you're dealing with an open sandbox world, there are things that may seem like they're there and ready to be explored, but it's kind of like real life. Like, if I'm in front of something, I can see all the details on it. That's essentially how a game works. If you're in front of something, you can see all the detail on it, but once you go to other areas that are far out and you continue to get closer, they go from blurry to more detail, and that's essentially what we see in these games. There's a lot of detail that needs to be loaded up the closer you get to it. But since Spider-Man can get from point A to point B with his supernatural abilities such as web swinging, those things have to be tweaked in order to make it actually possible. So if he moves at a rapid rate, there's a chance that details on things like buildings and characters could potentially get lost in the shuffle. We're talking where you don't see like their faces, it just looks like a glossy mess and the buildings look smooth and lacking of any kind of detail. So that's one of the main reasons why we got the speed that we got in Marvel Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales. But now we have the SSD to actually allow us to traverse the city in record-breaking time, and we also have these bigger locations that we can see now. And I ain't gonna lie to you guys, like I was very surprised when I saw how vast the city is now. We obviously have other locations such as Coney Island, which I cannot wait to explore. But seeing Peter Parker and Miles Morales move at the speeds they were going really just put a big smile on my face. I am just surprised that this game actually rivals the likes of Spider-Man 2 the movie game and Web of Shadows, which have been touted as the fastest Spider-Man web swingers in the gaming franchise. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Insomniac seems like they're daring you to go fast, because in one mission you actually have to do that. Keep your foot on the web swinging gas pedal and try to catch up with one of these drones that Kraven has issued out to find Dr. Kirk Connors, who is now the Lizard. This thing moves pretty fast, so you're gonna need the web wings in order to keep up. Now, what I absolutely love about this mission is that you have to stay within the slipstream that the drone is creating in order to absorb this embedded data. And it does that for a good minute, and while you're seeing Miles glide super fast through the city of New York, you'll notice that all the traffic and pedestrians are there. There aren't any pop-ins. Everything is moving seamlessly as you traverse through New York at a super fast speed. You can eject or retract the wings at any time by pressing triangle, but you'll have to make sure you're using them at the appropriate time. There are going to be moments where you don't have enough momentum and you're going to have to switch to something else like doing a dive. And I have a nagging suspicion that you guys are going to be doing that a lot, just switching back and forth between the dive, which for the most part was the main go-to thing in order to boost some speed. But now that we actually have these web wings, in order to do that, it's going to be fun just toggling back and forth. As seen in one of the gameplay demos, there will be these random slipstreams that'll pop up, which will give you more access to speed, so you can take advantage of that. And something else that somebody pointed out that I didn't notice upon my playthrough, shouts out to my man Evans Falarka, check out his channel. He pointed out that if you're diving over water using the web wings, there's a chance that you can actually skate on the water, so that's a nice touch. But anyways, it seems like Insomniac Games has made an upgrade feature that'll allow you to boost the tempo of your swinging, and you're gonna need that because you're gonna be going up against so many different fast foes, which includes the Lizard. As you can see, this guy was booking it during this awesome epic sequence, and you're gonna need all the different skills and finesse in order to keep up with him. This is one of my favorite cinematic set pieces that Insomniac has implemented into a Marvel Spider-Man game, but unfortunately I can't show you all of it. I wish I could, guys, but you know how it is. I gotta stay within that NDA boundary. But I can say that there have been some things that have been slightly tweaked, while other things have just been transferred over from the previous installments. Some of which includes the web swinging moves and flip tricks you can do. That's one of those things I had small gripes about when it came to Marvel Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales, not having the ability to actually unlock new moves and tricks. And it seems like it's gonna kind of carry over with this, because there are a lot of things that we've seen in previous installments like Marvel Spider-Man 1 that have kind of been lifted up wholesale and brought over to this game. But fret not, they did implement some crazy things that you're gonna be seeing. Like Miles Morales isn't gonna be the only one web swinging in style here, because Peter Parker has his own unique abilities that you are absolutely gonna enjoy this time around. If Miles Morales has the exaggerated swagger of a black teenager, then Peter Parker is going to have the exaggerated nerdiness of a high school substitute teacher. Because similar to his pupil, Peter can actually execute poses while free falling, and they match his style very well. I didn't get a chance to execute this for myself, but according to Evans Falarka, shoutouts to him once again, Peter can perform a move where he essentially pulls out a Rubik's Cube and continues to solve it as he falls from the sky, which is off the chain, am I right? I cannot wait to see all the other moves you can do and how fast you can go, but we're gonna have to wait until October the 20th when this game drops. But until then, I wanna know what you guys think about this. Did you like all the details that I provided, or do you wish you could have got a little bit more because this doesn't seem to be tickling your fancy? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, I asked you guys to like or dislike the video. It doesn't have to be a thumbs up, it can be a thumbs down. But if you really enjoyed the video, I would appreciate it greatly if you shared with all your friends and followers on all the different social media outlets. Sharing is caring. Well, once again, this is your boy RBG signing out on another video. I will catch you guys later. Peace out.